If you're thinking about buying the Kindle Colorsoft Signature Edition, or maybe you just bought one, there's something you need to know. You can still end up getting the defective version, but there's also a second version almost nobody knows about that Amazon has never officially acknowledged. I guess we could call it the Kindle Colorsoft Bastard Child. After spending days digging deep into this whole thing, in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to tell them apart. And trust me, it is not easy, but there's one key detail almost nobody's paying attention to. To understand all this, we need to go back to October 2024, when Amazon launched its first ever color e-reader, the Kindle Colorsoft Signature Edition. But within just a few weeks, all that excitement quickly turned into frustration. The original 2024 model got flooded with complaints because of a factory defect that caused a yellowish band to appear along the bottom of the display. Now, not every unit had the issue, and even among the defective ones, some looked way worse than others. But honestly, I totally understand why people were upset. Imagine spending over $200 on an e-reader and getting a screen defect right out of the box. Yeah, pretty annoying. Luckily, Amazon reacted fairly quickly. They admitted the issue and offered affected customers either a replacement or a refund. And according to Amazon's spokesperson at the time, they also made adjustments to make sure future devices wouldn't have the same problem. Which sounds great, but here's the real question. Did they actually fix it? From everything I've found, it does seem like they studied the issue and released software updates that partially improved it. But they couldn't fully solve it, because in July 2025, almost 9 months later, Amazon quietly released a revised version of the Signature Edition in certain regions that fixed the problems found in the original model. And when I say quietly, I mean quietly. Amazon never officially announced it, never changed the product name, never updated the technical specs page, and didn't even answer media questions about how to identify the new version. But honestly, is all this secrecy really that strange? Not really, especially if your marketing strategy is smart. Because isn't it interesting that the exact same month this revised Signature Edition quietly appeared, Amazon also heavily promoted the cheaper 16GB Colorsoft model? If you look at the bigger picture, there's actually a pretty believable explanation here, just my personal opinion. I think Amazon originally planned to release an upgraded version of the Signature Edition to satisfy unhappy customers and improve public perception of the product quality. But there was one massive downside to that strategy. It would have meant losing hundreds of millions of dollars, pulling all those 2024 Kindle units from the market. So honestly, I think somebody came up with $1 million idea instead. Launch a cheaper color model while applying everything they'd learned over months of trying to fix the yellow band issue. That way, not only could they avoid massive financial losses, but they could also expand the lineup and reach more users with a more affordable color Kindle. Even so, my guess is they still ended up releasing the updated Signature Edition in certain regions just in case the cheaper Colorsoft model didn't fully take off. But now you're probably wondering, okay, hold on. The defective models came out in 2024 and the revised version launched in 2025. But we're already in 2026. Surely all the defective units are gone by now, right? Well, don't be too sure about that. After researching this pretty deeply, I found multiple user comments from late 2025 and even throughout 2026, a full year and a half after the original launch, still complaining that they're receiving devices with the yellow band issue. But it's not just customer reviews proving it either, because if we look at Amazon's own official listing, the title says New Generation, but when you check the technical specifications, it clearly states you're buying the first generation Kindle Colorsoft Signature Edition. Now, it is true that as time goes on, your chances of getting a defective unit are lower, since many of them have already been returned by previous buyers and removed from circulation. But even in 2026, there's still a chance you could get one of the bad ones. So now that we know all this, the next question is there actually any reliable way to tell them apart? And the answer is yes, kind of. First, let's go over what changed in this newer 2025 version so we know what to look for. And just so we're clear, clear, all this information comes from independent users and tech media, because Amazon hasn't officially said a word. The biggest change is the display itself. The yellow band issue is completely gone, but on top of that, the screen background is grayer, blacks look deeper, and the color saturation is noticeably stronger. It also includes a new motherboard. Nobody really knows its exact name. That makes page turns and menu navigation feel faster and smoother. The wireless charging coils were also repositioned to improve compatibility with certain charging docks, since the original model apparently had issues with that. The new version also uses more recycled materials in its construction, jumping from 18% up to 28%. And finally, it weighs 1 gram less, 218 grams instead of the previous model's 219. Now, all of that is interesting, but realistically, the only thing that can actually help us figure out whether we're buying the old version is the weight. Although nowadays with online shopping, even that isn't 100% reliable, we basically have to trust that the specs listed online are accurate. Based on that info, and after checking a bunch of stores here in Spain, the only retailer listing the Kindle at 218 grams, meaning it should theoretically be the newer version, is PC Componentes. Meanwhile, stores like MediaMarkt and even Amazon itself still listed at 219 grams, which suggests they're probably still selling the older model. I'll leave all the links in the description below, but again, I need to stress I can't guarantee it's the new version with absolute certainty. If you want me to buy one myself, let me know in the comments and I'll order it. Now, if you already own one and you're trying to figure out which version you got, there are all kinds of claims online saying that certain barcode numbers, DSN serial codes on the box, or even whether your Kindle can supposedly tell you exactly which version you have. But honestly, after looking into all that pretty carefully, I wouldn't trust it. I even found YouTube reviews of the Signature Edition uploaded back in 2024 showing those same details. And clearly, there's no way those could have been the 2025 revision, unless those reviewers had access to time travel. So unless we believe that, the only thing that actually seems 100% reliable is this. The revised version has 2025 printed on the side of the box. Meanwhile, the original clearly shows 2024, just like you're seeing on screen. As you can see, buying this Kindle is basically a lottery right now. And honestly, you got 3 options. Option 1, buy it from Amazon and hope your 2024 unit doesn't have the defect. Option 2, buy it from PC Components and trust the specs are correct and you're getting the 2025 revision. Or Option 3, skip the gamble entirely and go for the cheaper 16 gigabytes Colorsoft instead. Yeah, it has less storage, but the image quality is very similar, and most importantly, it doesn't have the screen issue. Honestly, I wish I could give you more precise info or a guaranteed way to identify the new version. But as you've seen, the whole situation is pretty messy. If you've got any extra info I didn't mention, drop it in the comments so we can all figure this out together. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.